Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. So on my other channel, The Larry Graves Show, I've got a series of videos, I think over 30, and they're called I Bet You Don't Own Any of These Albums. And it's just a lighthearted, because of course some people are going to have some of the albums, right? Depending on the video, some are more rare, and then other videos there's a lot of albums that I'm sure people do own. So on this channel, I'm starting a new series, and it's mainly $1 that I paid for these vinyl records. And I bought them at Chumley's in Belleville, Ontario. And I just wanted to read one comment from my other channel for that other series. You have no respect for LPs. I would never handle them like that. And I replied back, you are totally wrong. These are mostly dollar vinyl records that I am never going to play. And most of them have scratches or are warped. Not all of them though. I buy them just to do these videos. The few vinyl records I have are in mint or close to mint condition. I do, if I have a vinyl record that I care about, I know how to handle a vinyl record. After 68 years, I should be able to. So this is what I'm going to do in this series is I'm going to, I always feel a little rushed on doing the other series. I don't want to bore people and just quickly show the albums. So in every series, I'm going to do about 10, although there's 11 vinyl records in this one. And most of them, some of you should know, and there's 2 or 3 that are a little bit jokey, but that doesn't mean I don't respect any of these artists. Okay, so here we go, in no particular order. And it's just another fun way to talk about different records. This 1 or 99-cent album was owned by somebody named Wade. Hello, Wade. And I used to have this back in the day. It's ZZ Top. Yeah, El Loco. I was a pretty big fan. Well, I still enjoy early ZZ Top up to about Eliminator. And I bought quite a few of their albums. And this one I do remember quite well. So there's Wade. And I actually really like that album cover. The inner sleeve with Billy Gibbons' guitar. On the Warner Brothers label. Yeah, and this one it's in decent condition. It's in pretty good condition. And this is the way you handle a record you care about, right? So I became a fan with ZZ Top's Eliminator, and then I bought more of their albums, of course. And this one, I don't think I really liked it at first, but then I really warmed up to it. And this is really one of their craziest, with Tube Snake Boogie, 10-Foot Pole, a couple of really nice ballads, like It's So Hard, Pearl Necklace, and then really kind of weird stuff like Groovy Little Hippie Pad, Heaven, Hell, or Houston, and then the Great Rocker Party on the Patio. Oh, his name is Andy Wade. See it there? So yeah, I really liked this album. It was good. Let me know what you think about El Loco by ZZ Top. Next up is, for 99 cents, Cheap Trick, Dream Police. I love the song Dream Police, and I was a fan. The first album I bought by Cheap Trick was In Color, which I loved. And then I might have bought their live album. But when this came out, I never bought it, even though I love the song Dream Police. I probably didn't have the money to buy it. Really good gatefold. Love that. And Bun E. Carlos. What a underrated drummer he was. Police. So let me know what you think of this album, Dream Police. My favorite album by Cheap Trick that I've heard is their debut. And on the Epic label. And it's in pretty good condition. Yeah. Not sure why some of these, unless it's warped, right? Some of them possibly could be warped. On the Epic label. And as always, if you enjoy this series that I'm starting with this, and I've actually got at least two more videos to do because I've got another 10 albums and another 10 albums. That's right, I spent $30. Now this is a band that isn't very popular, and they always remind me of Split Ends, like early Split Ends with the way they look. And at first I was wondering, is this connected with Split Ends? And I'm not even sure if I think they are from Australia. Maybe somebody can let me know. I've never heard their music, but I do remember them. And this is Skyhooks. Ego is not a dirty word. That's right, it isn't a dirty word. Unless you're too full of ego. You do have to have some confidence in yourself, right? That's why I've got a huge ego. You can pause the video if you want to read that. And the gatefold. Yeah, they're dressed as these crazy characters. That side there. And then the one guy there. I guess they have a sense of humor, but I'm sure that they were, a very good band. It's got this sheet inside with the lyrics, and on the Mercury label. And yeah, it's got one scratch. It's not a heavy scratch, but it's a scratch. I've always really liked that Mercury label. S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, Night. That's right. It's the Bay City Rollers, my favorite band of all time. There they are. Yeah, and I guess they really got ripped off with management and all that. It's a pretty sad story. And even though the songs that I don't think they wrote too many of their own songs, at least back then. But that didn't mean they didn't have talent, right? Bay City Rollers. Let me know if you're a fan of Bay City Rollers. I'm sure somebody out there watching is. On Arista Records, and yeah, it's in pretty decent condition. Yeah, when I do videos, I'm seriously always thinking about not talking too long and making like a 30-minute video. But let me know if you want me to slow down even more. If most of you say, yeah, take your time with these, I will slow down more. This is an album I definitely had I am a fan. I did have him on CD too at some point for a few years, but I just never played him enough. But back in the day, I certainly did. One of the greats, Randy Newman, and this might be my favorite Randy Newman album, Little Criminals. Of course, the Eagles play on it. The lyrics. Of course, his big hit, Short People, which I always got a kick out of, probably because I'm 6'3". But it was just a silly song that I guess some short people were offended by. And once again, well, this is in really nice condition. Warner Brothers label. And it doesn't look warped. There's some silly ones coming, don't worry. How about Donovan? One, besides Paul McCartney, he would be in my top 5 at least. I've got about 20 of his CDs, and I've got this on CD. Cool to show it on vinyl. Barabba performed by Donovan, also in this album, Atlantis. There he is. One of my favorite artists, but it's only been in the last year or so. And this is, unless it's warped, oh yeah, there is one scratch, but it's kind of a light scratch that might not affect playing it on the Epic label. Epic Records was such an epic label. Yeah, little rip here at the bottom. Okay, I've heard of this artist, but I've heard of him, but I've never heard his music. Frankie Miller, Easy Money. Let me know if you've heard the music of Frankie Miller. It's a little dirty, that's what she said, but otherwise it's nice. On the, how do you say that, chrysalis? I'll probably mispronounce it. Four more to go. Remember to like the video and hype the video if you see the hype thing. Thank you. Okay, 22 explosive hits. Of course, k-tel Records, and this is Original Hits, Original Stars, Volume 2. I used to have 1 or 2 of these albums, and they were actually kind of fun. In this advertisement, Record Selector, if anybody remembers these. Record Selector, finger touch starting, runs fast or slow, works like a computer. You can send email on it. Find your favorite music in seconds, holds 24 records. I'll just read a little bit of this because it's funny. Record Selector is a new space-age device for storing and selecting your favorite records. Simply place all your records in Record Collector, move the first record forward, and all the other records will fall down and damage all the other records. Some of the songs: Sammy Davis Jr., Candyman, I love that song. Gallery, Nice to Be With You. Lobo, A Simple Man, not sure of that one. Hamilton, Joe, Frank and Reynolds, Don't Pull Your Love Out on Me, Baby. Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, everybody knows that one. Al Green, Guilty. Olivia Newton-John, If Not For You. Stampeders, a great Canadian band, Wild Eyes, a great rock song. You should check it out if you haven't heard it. Let's see, what else here? Hot Butter, Popcorn, Osmond's One Bad Apple, April Wine, which is coming up, Bad Side of the Moon, and five-man electrical band, Signs, James Brown, Honky Tonk Part 1. If you want to pause the video, I didn't read all of the songs on it. There's the k-tel label. Yeah, it's got some dings and scratches on it. Well, speaking of April Wine, a great Canadian band. This is their debut album with a not very appealing album cover. I don't know why they would have that as, for their debut album, right? Simply called April Wine. And Miles Goodwin, who became the leader, he only writes some of the songs on this debut album. I believe that is him there. So when this album came out, I guess it didn't sell very well, but they actually had a radio hit with a song written by Miles Goodwin, Fast Train. And they would become, they had some success worldwide, but most of their success was in Canada, where they had a lot of hit singles. On the Aquarius label. Ooh, it's got one, like I said, when there are scratches on these, they're not like deep scratches. Two more. Yeah, never seen this before. For you Frank Sinatra fans out there. This is a double album. It's called Close Up Frank Sinatra. Gatefold. Let's look at one of the vinyl records. On the Capitol label, the swirl. Not too bad. Just needs a good cleaning. Yeah, and then it's ripped here, of course. And this one, yeah, actually not in bad condition. One more. Now this, in the early 70s, was a favorite of mine, and I still love it today. I love the early albums of this artist. And this is possibly my favorite album of his. I think it's underrated. It's Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment. And I love this album cover too. That, well, goes with the title, Never a Dull Moment, and he's sitting there bored out of his mind. And then and this is a trifold, which is cool. Show you this first. And of course, Rod loved his football, or you can call it soccer, whatever you want to call it. And then the other gatefold. It's confusing here. Yeah, the other gatefold. And it opens at the top on the Mercury label, and it's no scratches, just, yeah, some light, yeah, there might be one scratch there that might affect playing it, but it's the Mercury label. And that is it. I hope you enjoy this new series. And the thing with my other series is, like I said, it was always titled, I Bet You Don't Own Any of These Albums. And then some people, even though I say at the very beginning of the video that don't take this too seriously, but of course some people do. I've got every one of those albums. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Looking forward to your comments below. Bye. Have a great day.